Hello, hi everyone. Very good evening. Is my screen visible? Thanks. Thanks, Evan. Thank you all. We'll just wait for one more minute for other participants to join and then we'll start. Voice is not coming. Can you hear me now? Is it better? Cool. Okay, so I will start. So today I'm going to discuss about strangles, a strategy based on strangles. So strangles are nothing but out of the money calls and puts. A combination of them is called strangle. So it's an intraday triangle selling strategy, but uh, the conditions are how many steps out of the money we will go. So if it's Monday or if it's Friday, then we'll sell 7 strikes out of the money options. If it's Monday, then five. Then as you move closer to the expiry day, you are coming closer to ATM as the premium gets lower. Okay, so in strikes formula, we will use some keywords and build our conditions or calculations in such a way like it selects uh, strikes dynamically based on some calculations based on difference between today and expiry date. Okay. Uh, okay. So Nasir is saying like he cannot hear me. Is it happening with everyone or uh, can someone please confirm if I'm audible? Yeah, great. Nasir ji, I think आपके speakers में कुछ problem है. Okay, thanks everyone. Yeah, cool. So this is our entry condition, set one, entry condition. So entry condition will look later. We will start with position. So I want to sell a strangle. So I select NFO as exchange, call Nifty and intraday strategy. So MIS, current week, and two lots, let's say. So in strike, I'll select FX for formula builder. First is I want to select ATM strike. Okay, for Nifty. So this will return ATM strike. Now my calculation is I want to add in call side, I want to go X strikes above, and that X is number of days remaining. So we have a keyword called uh, okay. So weekday gave me the number of days. I mean the current day. So so it will be one for Monday, two for Tuesday, three for Wednesday, and four for uh, Thursday. So we'll have to do a reverse calculation here. So if it's weekday is equal to 4, then my result should be I want to go 2 steps out of the money. My answer should be 2. So basically it will be this number. minus 2. These many strikes out of the money I have to go. Okay, I hope this formula is clear. So I want to go 2 steps out of the money, and current day is okay. It won't work this way. Okay, so we'll have to add a new keyword for that, which is days difference. So we'll do this in our next webinar because I just realized we have to add one more keyword for this thing. I'll explain it in condition builder what exactly we are going to do in strike formulas. For now, I'm just selecting ATM plus X strikes here. So let's say 7 steps out of the money call I'm going to sell. And in put side, I'll be selling 7 strikes out of the money put. Again, it will be 2 lots. So ATM Nifty. So for put, to select out of the money option, you have to select -7 here. So at end of the webinar, I'll append the code in this strategy and share the link with you all so that you can duplicate it from there with the revised strategy logic. So we have a keyword called days difference. So this keyword basically subtract date 2 minus date 1. So if I select here today, and this will become my current week expiry. Nifty. And NSE. So if today is Monday and my expiry and weekly expiry is on Thursday, so this will subtract Thursday minus today and it will return 3. So if this value is greater than number 1, so basically if my expiry is more than 1 day away, then I want to sell this OTM strangles. So similarly, we can use the same formula in same way to build our strike formula here. So days differences, let's say 3 days. I'll multiply it with the lot size, with the step size, which is 50 in Nifty. So 2 consecutive strikes in Nifty is 50 points away. Like this, plus ATM. So this is the final formula which actually I wanted to use in the position builder. But because this days difference keyword is not there right now, which we will add soon today itself. So this, so let's say if today is Monday, so this difference will be 4. So 4 multiplied by 50, so 200 points out of the money option will be sold. And on the call side, I'll just do ATM minus the same formula. So if I want to go out of the money on the put side, So my strike formula will be this. Rest everything what I have shown on the position builder will remain the same. So quantity and strike formula, expiry formula will remain the same. Only the strike formula will be this. Okay. So this logic will work only for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. For Fridays, it won't work because days difference between Friday and next expiry is higher. So for that particular thing, we have to modify our conditions in such a way like this set should be active only on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So for that, we will use weekday keyword. So if weekday is equal to is not equal to Friday, then this position has to be taken. And only for Friday, I will create one more set which will have an entry condition weekday is equal to 5, which means it is Friday. Then I can add multiple other conditions to this, like time is greater than, let's say I want to initiate this position at 10 a.m. only. So for that, and you can add similar conditions in your set 2 as well. All the positions will be same, but with different strike formula, which will be a specific number above or below from ATM strike. And once you have defined the entry conditions, then you can have one or more exit logic. As most of you already know about this keyword, like if profit goes above a certain number, then I want to exit the positions. Or if PNL goes below a certain number, then I want to exit the position. But now there is one more catch. So if I'm creating this strategy for 2 lots, let's say, in the positions, I have selected 2 lots specifically. So this profit and loss which I'm defining here is for 2 lots. But what if someone is deploying the same strategy with 3x multiplier or 4x multiplier? So especially in case if you are a portfolio manager and you and multiple users are following your strategy and deploying in their account with different multipliers. So if someone is trading 10 lots using the same template, then we have to increase this PNL 5 times if user is using 5x multiplier. So we have created a keyword for that called multiplier. So whenever you use PNL condition, PNL in your condition, and you are making the strategy for marketplace for other users to subscribe, or even if you are trading on the same template with different multipliers, then you need to use this multiplier keyword wherever you are using PNL in any calculation. So by default, it will be 1 if you are deploying it with 1x, but if you are deploying it with 3x multiplier, then automatically all the conditions will be calculated. So this number will be multiplied by 3 times, and PNL condition will satisfy only if stop loss goes below, the PNL goes below 4,500. This should be OR. And then we will discuss how to exit. So this universal exit condition will be applied on both the legs simultaneously. So it will be checking combined PNL of both the legs. But let's say if you want to check individual PNL of both the legs in your strategy, and you want to have an independent stop loss on call and put. So to do that, you can use repair condition. So repair once can be used for that. And here we will put 30% stop loss on this call, this particular call. So to check whether call is in profit or loss, we will compare its LTP with traded price. So we'll select LTP of the traded instrument. So I want to select the price of LTP of the instrument which was traded in first leg of my set 1. So that's why I'm putting leg number as 1 here. I'm selling the option. So my stop loss will be if LTP is greater than traded instrument price, which I can get from here. So there are two keywords, traded instrument name and traded instrument and just traded instrument. So traded instrument keyword basically has all the number values, which is price, strike, and quantity. So you can fetch any of these fields to modify your conditions or to add any calculation to your strategy. So let's say if I want to put a stop loss if price of Nifty goes above the strike which I have sold. So in that case, you can use strike field here. So if LTP is going about traded instrument multiplied by number 1.3, so this will be a 30% stop loss only on the first leg. Now we have to add a position which will buy the same call here. For that, it will be a buy position. This will be NFO call. All these settings will be same. It will be MIS order of current week. So no changes here. Quantity will be 2 lots. Now in strike, we have to fetch the same strike which was traded in our entry. And to fetch that, we will again use traded instrument. And this time we want to fetch the strike which was traded. And my leg number is 1, so I'm putting, and this is set number 1, so I'm putting it as 111 and add this position. Similarly, I'll put, okay, we have to add one more repair condition. You can just copy this condition and paste it here. In this case, I am applying stop loss on the put position, which is leg number 2 in my position. So I'll just explain again why I'm using 2 here. So in my entry condition, in position section, call is my first leg and put is my second leg. So because I am putting a stop loss condition on this particular leg, I am using number 2 here as the leg to refer to this particular put position. The first field in the 3 fields there, set number is coming from here. So if I'm writing the same condition for this set, then set number will be 2. The rest of the calculation is same. And here I'll add a put two lots, and again my strike formula has to be strike of second leg which is traded. So there's one more field called condition number. So I'll explain what is this condition number and when it will be different. So let's say if I have one more repair once condition and it has some conditions which has to be tested on the price of this particular this particular leg, which is traded in this repair once condition. Okay. So in my set number one, now I have 1, 2, and 3 repair once condition, and I want to refer to second repair once position. Okay. So I'll use traded instrument, price or strike or whichever number I want to use. Set number will be 1. Condition number will be 2, because in repair once, and this condition type will be repair once. So from all the conditions, this is repair once type of condition, and its order is second in the list. So that's why this condition number is 2. And because this repair condition has only one leg, that's why I'll have to use leg number 1 here. So this condition number is used specifically in case of repair once or repair continuous type of conditions. If you have multiple repair once or repair continuous in the same set, then you can use the condition number accordingly to select a particular condition row for which you are referring to. Okay. Any specific keywords that you want me to discuss in this webinar, which you try to create in your strategy, or any particular logic? Okay, so Arvind is asking what is difference between repair continuous and repair once. So I'll just explain. Repair once is mostly used when you want to do one-time position sizing. So let's say if you start with 3 lots of, let's say you short 3 lots here in entry condition, and you want to exit 1 lot at certain profit level. So in that case, you will use repair once as condition, and it will has 2 legs to exit those position, one lot each. So this will happen only once. Once this condition is traded, system will not consider this condition, or it will not check this condition again till the time exit has happened. But let's say if you are running an option book and you want to, based on the delta values, you continuously want to make your strategy delta neutral. So every time delta goes above certain level, or let's check some other example. So let's say whenever LTP of Nifty, so I think this example will explain when to use repair continuous. Okay, so I have used a keyword called last repaired ATM strike. So whenever any option is traded, we store what was the ATM strike at that time of particular underlying. So if I'm trading Nifty options, so what was the ATM strike of Nifty at the time of entry? Okay, so every time when LTP of Nifty crosses above 100 rupees from last traded strike, I want to take some position. Let's say I want to sell a put. Of ATM strike, 1 lot. Okay. Now, as soon as this is traded, my last repaired strike will be the new ATM, which is right now. Again, as soon as LTP goes above 100 points from this ATM strike, again, same thing, it will be traded. A new put will be traded with that ATM strike. So, is it giving an idea like how a repair continuous can be used in a condition if required? Great. Okay, thanks. Uh, okay, so someone Sahil is asking how to exit at 3:15. So just time greater than 15:15 will exit, and he has some condition as well. We will look at it later. If logic triggers for buy trade, can I put a condition to buy uh, rupees 10 less than TNP? No, we cannot do that, Vinod. We cannot set a price point or save a variable. But yes, if one position is already taken and you want to add one more position 10 points below it, you can certainly do that. So this is how you can use repair once and repair continuous in your strategy. When sum of LTP of uh, one one step in the money call and 200 points away, ITM P greater than 400. Sahil, sorry, I'm not able to understand the logic exactly. If you can write this email, your conditions in an email to support@tron.tech, we will surely reply you back uh, how you can set up the condition, definitely. Till exit repair once won't work again, right? Yes, till the time exit doesn't happen, repair once condition once executed, it will not be checked again. No, Mr. Vinod. Mr. Vinod wants to know whether if buy condition is satisfied here in entry condition, after the condition is satisfied, can he put an entry price 10 points below the current market price? Answer to which is no, you cannot do that. It is not possible through the UI as of now. Yeah. We have one more question. Exit of set 1 and entry of set 2. So strategy will take position as per set 2 or it will wait to reactivate. Okay, so I'll explain the flow of strategies execution once. So first thing what is checked is if status of your strategy is active, then entry conditions will be checked for each set. So if I have two sets in my strategy, so entry condition of both sets will be checked. If any of the conditions satisfies, positions will be taken and strategy will go to live entered status. After that, first thing that will be checked in next cycle will be universal exit. If universal exit condition is satisfying, then all the open position in your strategy will be exited, irrespective if other repair conditions or exit conditions are true, because my universal exit condition has satisfied the given rules. Okay, so it will exit all the positions. Let's say if universal exit is not true, then it will check the exit conditions in each set. So my set 2 and set 1 exit conditions will be checked. If any of these condition, if set 1 exit condition is true, then system will exit only positions of set 1, whichever positions are open. And if set 2 exit is true, then it will exit only positions which are true, only positions which are open in set 2. And if both exits satisfies, then both set 1 and set 2 positions will be exited, but status of this strategy will still remain live entered because universal exit has not happened yet. So only if universal exit condition gets satisfied, then only your strategy deployment status will change to exited. Otherwise, it will be live entered only. If a set exit gets satisfied and all the position gets closed, it means this set has completely exited from its position and now it can check for entry conditions again, and if it satisfies, it will take the position in set 2. So Sahil is saying he doesn't have a universal exit, but if your strategy is an intraday strategy, then please put a universal exit condition saying time greater than 15, let's say, or 15:10. So at the end of the day, it will exit the strategy and reactivate next day from this setting, which is an advanced setting part. So once a universal exit is satisfied, you can reactivate your strategy automatically from here. So 6 hours from after universal exit has happened. So even if you don't have any universal exit condition, just put a condition saying time greater than, if your strategy is an intraday strategy, only in that case. I have long in futures of any expiry. Based on this, I want to enter in options. How to do that? Mm, we'll need the exact condition, like exact setup, what you want. I mean, then only we'll be able to tell whether it is possible or not. This is Srinivas is asking how to select stocks in Nifty 50 based on percent change on previous close. How to find strike of a stock, put or call, suppose price is less than rupees 10. So, okay. So first thing is, if you want to trade, so we have to select a list for that. So I'll add one more set here, which will be our set number 3. And let's say I select Nifty 50 as the stock list, which has these stocks, and I only want to trade the stocks which has LTP, or if today's open price is at least 2% above from previous day's close. So for that, you can start with position keyword, select open price for today. So this candle type will be day, and checking daily open. So position is 0, it means it will check open price for current day. If this price is greater than previous day close, so for previous day, I have to select position as -1. This will be NSE Nifty multiplied by number 1.02. Let's say. So this condition will be satisfied only in stocks which have opened today 2% above previous close. So, and then you can have rest of your technical indicator based conditions. And this is the way you can filter out 10, 20 or 15 stocks, whichever number of stocks are following this condition out of the complete list. So this can be one way. While day's first 5-minute candle breaks, I am buying and market comes down and hits SL. Again, while breaking high, I want to buy again. Means two buying, how to do it. So it's, you are using ORB keyword, I think. So, so ORB high, and if LTP is crossing above this value. So yeah, once set. So this is your first set, which is taking long position. If LTP goes above ORB high value, then it will take buy position. If LTP goes below low value, that will be your exit condition. So after that, whenever this condition satisfies again, trade will automatically be taken in the long side 2 times. So it will work the way you just have to write your entry and exit logic based on ORB high crossing, and uh, when ORB when NTP crosses below the low value. That's it. I hope this answers your query, Mr. Nijam. Okay, so yeah, any other queries or any other questions related to any particular keyword? So Mr. Arvind is asking, is it possible to give Fibonacci based exit? So of course, Fibonacci ratios you have, and you can get a list or a value or range of previous high minus low. So based on that, any calculation can be done. But if you are finding your calculation Fibonacci point based calculation difficult on condition builder, write to us on support@retron.tech. We'll try to build a template which we have a similar template we have created for CPR and pivot points. So we can create a similar template for Fibonacci as well. So it will have all the calculation pre-built. You can just write your conditions around it. But we will need the calculations, like what exactly how you are calculating the Fibonacci points. There are a few questions, actually many questions specifically related to the conditions, how to set their typical conditions. So please write your logic to support@retron.tech. We will first check whether that logic can be fit through the condition builder or not. If yes, then we'll definitely reply you with the keywords which you can use to map your conditions. So Charanpreet is asking, can I add positions manually? Yes, you can add your positions manually. So let's say this strategy template is created, and it is taking positions on deployed page. It is deployed, and it is in live entered status. And now I suddenly want to short an 11,000 call option to manage the risk in my strategy. So all I have to do is I have to add a repair once condition in my strategy, keep entry condition blank, the condition field blank, and here just your add your position saying 11,000 strike, X number of lots, and just update the strategy, and it will take this position manually. I mean, it will take this position. So you can anytime manually add positions to your strategy. It is possible. Okay, so how to find strike of a stock, call or put uh, with with price less than rupees 10. So this you cannot do in case of less, because all the because all stocks have different prices. But if you're doing it for index, then definitely you can find a strike with a particular value. I'll just show you how you can do that. So let's say for Nifty, I want to select a strike which is trading at rupees 20, let's say. So I can use find strike as the keyword for Nifty. Based on LTP, I want to select. So field is basically based on what price you want to, based on what field you want to select a strike. So if you want to select it based on IV or delta or last traded price. So in your case, you want to select a strike nearest to rupees 20, let's say. So it will be LTP, and value you want to compare it with is a number, and your option type is call or put. This option type selection is mandatory or very much required, because if you don't select this, it may lead to unwanted results. So do select call or put based on your position. Result can be any greater or lesser than. So let's say if I don't want to select a strike which has LTP greater than 20, it should be 20 or less than that. So lesser than 20, and number is 2. So you can take a screenshot of this keyword. So find strike of current month option of call which has LTP 20 or lesser than that. If you want to select weekly, then click on strike, select week here, and okay. So this will select weekly option with strike uh, with premium below 20. Ketan is asking any detailed document prepared for list of conditions. So conditions are like keep on changing conditions. It's based on the logic, and everyone has a different logic and different way to create those conditions. But we have a list of all the keywords which are there on Tradetron. So keywords are basically all the building blocks for the condition. So this is the list of all the keywords. I'm sending the list on chat. This link. So Sahil is asking, I want to select a strike, put strike 200 points away from ATM call. Then you can use ATM keyword with -4 as the offset. Yeah. So this is the list of all the keywords that Tradetron has. And the second column gives you, so this is name of the keyword. This is input, and output, like what you can expect. So if you're putting date 1 and date 2, so return will be date 2 minus date 1 as an integer, or it will be a string. So date will be string. So like this, for each and every keyword, we have specified like what output you can expect with some examples, and for each and every input parameter as well, which are like not very clear, we have given the description there. But still, if you find any keyword for which you feel description is uh, not enough to understand that particular keyword, let us know. We will definitely modify it and update it. So it has list of all the keywords that are there, and all the information related to them. Okay, so I'll just create the strategy. I'll delete the extra set that we have created. And this strategy will be updated with the days difference keyword, actually, which I wanted to show here how this can be done. So we'll update the description, and we'll share the link of this strategy in our template section here. So if you go to bottom of the website, you will find strategy templates link, where you can see all the strategies that we have created in our previous webinar. So you can directly click on any strategy and duplicate it in your account and modify its condition. You just have to click on duplicate, and it will be available in your account in my strategies page. So you can play around with the variables and create your own version of these strategies. What is the use of traded instrument name and how to use it? So traded instrument name is basically is to be used in LTP most of the time. So if you want to fetch LTP of any instrument which was traded in your strategy anytime. So for that traded instrument name keyword is used. So it cannot be used independently in the condition. Do any roadmap to add more technicals which are available in TradingView? So Chetan, we are using the TALib technical analysis library, which is a standard library in Python. So all the technical indicators which are available in TALib can be virtually added to Tradetron. So if you want to use any of those keywords or those functions in your strategy, do let us know. We can add them for you. I mean, for everyone. But if you find like any of particular function which you want to use but is not available on Tradetron, then we can add that. But TradingView has some functions or keywords specifically built in their Pine script, and code for them is not available on like as open source. So we as we don't know the calculation or the logic of those keywords, we cannot add them. But yeah, all the technical indicators which has their calculations open can be added. So if you have a list of keywords or functions which you don't find in Tradetron and want to use in your strategy, let us know. So we'll see how we can add them. So Mr. Vinod is asking, can we do coding at our end? So actually, yes, you can build your strategies yourself in your account. But what kind of coding you are asking, I'm not able to get that. Uh, Python coding. So yeah, you can share if you already have a Python function. You have to share that, and we will have to make some changes to make it work on our data. But yes, it is possible. But it will not be a copy paste kind of thing. Like if you can just paste your function, it will start working because uh, every function has a different input type, right? So uh, we have to configure it to understand Tradetron's data format. Cool. So thank you all for joining on this webinar. If there are some questions which I was not able to answer today, please write to us at support@tradetron.tech. Thank you. Have a happy weekend. Bye.